So the first reason why you keep constantly thinking about someone is because you have energy cords between you and that person. What is an energy cord? An energy cord is like an umbilical cord from that person to you and you to them, right? It's like a telephone wire. It's a communication channel. And we gain these particular energy cords through interacting with the person, leaning into their energy. Leaning into their energy is when you feel sorry for someone and you're trying to help them too much. This can happen. Also, energy cords can be created through sexual intercourse, an argument, someone being jealous or envious of you. And so it's important to cut these energy cords, but I want to give a word of warning before cutting energy cords. Some people in some situations, you have energy cords for positive reasons, because we can have positive energy cords and we can have negative energy cords. So let's say, for example, you're in a relationship, right? And you experience being cheated on. That can be very traumatic and very hard to go through. I know, because I've been through it myself, and it can be very challenging. And then what happens is you constantly start thinking about the person, even though you've broken up with them, because now you become codependent. Maybe that person was narcissistic towards you. Maybe they treated you bad and this is the final straw, right? You're gonna have negative energy cords, right? So let's say you go on YouTube now and you type in clear my energy cords, and you do a meditation and you do a clearing for your energy cords. Then what's going to happen is that person, as soon as you cut the energy cord, that person's gonna try and contact you. They're gonna try and email you, reach out to you, call you, you maybe even meet them in the street. Now, this happens because vibrationally, on an energetic level, they've lost your energy. It's like an energy vampire. It's like they suck in energy from you, and maybe even you're sucking energy from them. But let's say they're going through something bad and there's an energy cord, you're going to be going through something challenging too. And so this is why you're constantly thinking about the person, because you have an energy cord, okay? And so I want to give a word of advice when it comes to cutting energy cords, is that when you cut energy cords, the idea is not to be in contact with that person again and continue a cycle. There's a lesson to be learned, especially if someone's out of your life, whether it was a breakup, an ending of a friendship, or whatever it is. You cut energy cords. You allowing them back into your life is you telling the universe that you didn't learn the lesson, and you can attach energy cords back, and that is not creating spiritual growth, spiritual evolution. And so welcome new people into your life. Welcome new things, new opportunities in your life, something that's divinely aligned. Then no matter how much the person say that they've changed or they're going to change or they're going to improve, a lot of the time people don't change unless they're really, really serious about personal development, personal growth, going to therapy, getting coaching, doing whatever. And it's very rare that people change. They feel a loss. They feel like they want you back. And so they feel dopamine and serotonin. They feel I feel guilty. I feel embarrassed. I want to make it up to her. They feel all these feelings in the moment, but that feeling's going to dissipate. And so we have to understand that usually if someone's been that way, that's how they're going to continue to be, unless they do the inner work and transform their inner world properly. So the second reason why you constantly thinking about someone is because they're thinking about you. Okay, they're constantly thinking about you. They are, going to work and they're driving their car and they're thinking about you, and they might be thinking about you in a positive way. They might be thinking about you in a negative way. Who knows? But when we have to understand everything is energy, right? Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. If someone's thinking about you, it's almost like they're calling you through a telephone, right? It's like they're calling you. They're dialing your number, right? And so it's going to activate your energy, and you might get energy chills. You might get goosebumps. You might start thinking about them. You might feel like they're watching you or they're around you. You might feel their presence in a weird way. You might even feel like they're watching your social media, right? They're not liking your posts, but they're there watching. You can just kind of feel them creeping on you. This is a reason why you're constantly thinking about someone, is because they're thinking of you. Okay, what can you do about that? And just so you know, in the previous tip is you can go on YouTube and you type in cut energy cords, and you can find out how to do that. But again, when you cut energy cords, I recommend not being in contact with them after that, especially if you've been through something negative with this person. But it's entirely up to you. It's your life, right? It's your choices. It's my recommendation. Okay, so someone's thinking about you and you're constantly thinking about them because they're thinking about you. It's a vibrational match. That makes sense? So you can actually put out the intention, I no longer want to think about this person, and you can release the emotion that correlates with this person, because chances are you got something within your vibrational frequency in your emotional energy body that correlates with this person. So there's still memories, reminiscing, there's still something emotionally within you that's activating and bringing it to your mind, and you thinking about them. Now, usually when you're thinking about someone constantly, or you're thinking about someone, there's an emotional attachment to it. And what you want to do is go into that emotion and feel where it is in your body. Okay, feel where it is in your body. It might be in your chest, it might be in your heart, it might be in your throat, it might be in your head. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter where it is. Right? What I want you to do is pull it out of your body. Okay, so say it's in your head, you want to pull it out. If it's in your heart, pull it out, put it in front of you. And you can imagine it as an energy ball, all right? And just imagine it as an energy ball, and it should be moving in a certain direction, whether that's clockwise or anti-clockwise. And what you can do is there's going to be a number in the middle, all right? And so recognize what number's in the middle. Okay, it doesn't matter. It should be 1 to 10. Just put a number in the middle, 1 to 10. On the intensity of how much you're thinking about this person, how much you feel about this person, what is the emotional energy behind it? Is it an 8? Is it a 10? How strong is it out of 10? All right, 10 being high, 0 being low. All right, and just notice which way it's spinning. All right, and if it's spinning clockwise, usually that's up. If it's anti-clockwise, usually that's down. It might be different for you, but just notice. If you turn it one way more faster, the energy might go up even stronger. You turn the emotion another way, it might go lower. Okay, so what you want to do is turn it lower, right? You want to turn the volume down, right? So let's spin that down. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, and you can spin it as fast as you want. All right, the faster you spin it, the more you get into the light energy, right? The speed of light. Right, so you can move it faster, faster. Just imagine it really spinning, and the number's going down, and keep on spinning it and spinning it and spinning it and spinning it until you hit the number 0. Once it's hit 0, you can shrink it down to the size of an atom, throw it behind your head into a volcano, and it's incinerated forever. And then notice the feeling in your body. Do you feel it anymore? If you still feel it, okay, you can pull the rest of it out and do the same process again until it's completely gone. And then you can replace that energy with unconditional love, with peace, with serenity, with moving on, with confidence, with certainty. You can just imagine that energy exuding throughout your entire being, already feeling the confidence in that particular area and replacing that energy or something new. All right. So that can be a very powerful technique for you to use if you're constantly thinking about someone. So the third and final reason why you're constantly thinking about someone is because they are talking about you. Okay. And usually it's in a negative light, and there might be envy or jealousy, or it might be positive. They might miss you, or they might want to get back with you, or they might want to mend the relationship, whatever it is. But you're going to make the judgment call on that, whether or not you're going to contact them again, things like this. So they might be having conversations about you to their friends, to their family members, and you might feel a sense of, why are they talking about me? Or you might feel a sense of, I wish they could keep our conversations private, keep what we did private and things like this. And you don't like the idea that they have conversations with their friends about you, depending on the type of person that you are. I know for me personally, when I'm in a romantic relationship, I don't like the idea of my partner talking about me to their friends and family members who don't have the emotional mastery or the level and capacity to understand the situation for what it is, and not being one-sided. A lot of the time people are one-sided because it's their friend, it's their family member. And so they tend to lean to, one-sided advice or conversations, and then that distorts the person's way of thinking. And then when it comes to having a conversation with you, it's like, she said this and she did this, and so, it's really important that we have good mentors or good friends that, give us the real. And it's important for us as people in relationships to really be honest with our own problems, our own behaviors, what we contributed to the situation, and really explain it in detail so that other person listening understands, oh, I can see why he or she behaved like that, whatever, right? So, I'm very selective on who I talk to about relationship advice. because I want to get an opinion, advice that is very delicately balanced. And then, I want to consciously balance that within myself as well. But regardless of that, people talking about you, it might be on a negative light. And what we can do is we can create some protection for that, like wearing evil eye, Hamza hand, right? Or some tourmaline or some onyx crystal. There's many other protective crystals that you can wear to prevent these energies. Taking salt showers, salt baths to clear your energy. Okay, you can even take a coffee bath, really, really powerful for literally obliterating a lot of negative energy from your being. So there's a coffee bath. This is something I only recommend once a week, and you basically just take instant coffee, run a bath, pour the coffee into the water, sit in the water for 20 minutes. For the women, I'm not sure how that's going to affect the vulva, your sexual regions, but look into that. I'm not sure how it is for women. I'm sure it's okay because you can do an enema with coffee. And so, this bath can be very, very powerfully cleansing, but salt is also very powerful. And doing this on a consistent basis, making sure you keep the energy of your home really clear, burning white candles and frankincense and things like this can be really, really powerful. So if you would like support, spiritual coaching, abundance coaching, want me to help you transform your life in really powerful ways, check out my coaching program coming up on screen in just a moment at the end of this video. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace. Stop.